Fields going to throw right away. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And some room to work. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. You have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
That's feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team, because we talk about complementary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Now a 1,000-yard rusher a season ago, Antonio Gibson with it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Only 7 players crossed 1,000 yards rushing last season, and one of them was Gibson, who made a big jump forward in his second season. Entering his 3rd campaign, he cemented himself as one of the building blocks for the Commanders.
On first down, right back to Gibson.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
Heineke now from the 50.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. It'll go to the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
Now after the sack, Heineke and the Washington offense going to face a tough 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Washington going to send out their punter. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. Taking it about the 16. A good head-down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Heineke now looking to throw on first down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
They run the toss now with Gibson. Gibson gets hit and he fumbles it. But Washington looked to get this one back, and indeed they did. They will still have possession.
In motion left is Beckham.
Third and long for Heineke.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
They'll run with Gibson.
Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here. This close, sneaking.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
A run here for the rookie. It's Brian Robinson.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They'll try to run with Gibson.
And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on fourth and goal. Defense didn't budge on third down. Now what are we going to see on fourth?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
From the 6.
And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. The Bears at a disappointing 1-4 as they start play. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here, and it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
Man open, here is Jones. Touchdown! Chicago.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Now after the sack, Heineke and the Washington offense going to face a tough 3rd and long.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
A very good return that time. 18 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well.
And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago.
Velus Jones
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I'd put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
On 2nd and 11 now.
Heineke.
This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Fourth down, Heineke. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Second down and 5. Here's Fields.
Touchdown, Bears!
Byron Pringle, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bears are able to add on to their first half lead.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Takes it at the 7. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, it's still in the first half here. A long way to go.
From the 31,
Heineke.
This will be caught at Samuel. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 27 yards there, a first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw is Heineke.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt to kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
That is caught. It's Dante Pettis. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
A final shot before the break. Fields. That's going to be caught downfield by Mooney.
And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
Santos with the extra point, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying, we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Straight ahead, Gibson. And space tough to come by there as he'll give maybe a yard to the 37. Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has now allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Gibson here running out of the gun.
And he loses the football a second time. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. He's now lost fumbles in back-to-back weeks. And, of course, you remember last week's game, such a close affair. That hurt him.
Hurt him in a big way, and it is so key to take care of the ball because, remember, the team making the fewest mistakes usually wins the game. So you got to take care of the ball, lock it away, high and tight, as you often hear from running back coaches. 4 points of pressure, fingertips, forearm, biceps, sternum, or chest. Put it away.
Following the fumble recovery, Fields. He'll rifle this one deep right side.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Going up the gut, Montgomery.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 56 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Oh, the option left is Fields. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That time they pick up a 24 yards on the keeper. 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
Montgomery will take it in. Touchdown, Bears. Well, familiar refrain. A turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosen it up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
A 5-yard pass on 1st down and another 5-yard connection there.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Well, still in the 3rd quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
Eddie Jackson with a tackle.
We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the 3rd quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not?
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Heineke to throw for it on 4th down.
And it's a fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
They go play action. Now Heineke.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted.
And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St. Juste. And the Commanders are going to get the football here at their own 23. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Shotgun handoff to Gibson.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Looking to throw, Heineke. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Heineke.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Now after the sack, Heineke and the Washington offense going to face a tough 3rd and long.
Back to throw. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Heineke now. They'll set up the screen for Gibson.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Now Heineke.
Well, this has certainly turned into a showcase game for what he can do on the ground, because they're just continuing to give him chances to run it, and he's earning every additional carry by putting up positive yardage on each run.
And he finds McLaurin. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 33. The 3rd down conversion successful. A gain of 11.
4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
1st down, Heineke. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Heineke. Samuel bringing in the slant.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 17-yard line. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Gibson.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
On 2nd down and 4.
Heineke. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side, and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4.
A handoff for Gibson.
And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
They'll go. It's Gibson.
And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So he needed 1. He ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running because oftentimes a running back could get too greedy. Try and hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards. Well done there, making sure he got the first down and not worrying about trying to get a touchdown.
Throw right side, taken in by Gibson.
That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Working out of the gun. Here's Heineke.
And this is caught. Well, they get 1 back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And a decisive advantage became even more decisive. They already had the win in hand, but they keep pressing the tempo. And they pile on with another touchdown reception.
Would you consider that touchdown a reward to all the tight ends on their roster for their effort today? Not just running their routes, but all the time they spent in the trenches, laying down blocks, doing the little things to help that offense succeed. And for doing all of that, they definitely wanted one of their tight ends to get a touchdown to really seal this blowout.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And it's starting to look like that 3-game losing streak is going to be a thing of the past here. Coming up 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to let it go again. He's got a man complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Santos now to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Bears are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Off play action, Fields.
Forced out to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback rolling left and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
Heineke now looking to throw on first down. Throwing it Terry McLaurin's way again, and he's got it. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Well, the lopsided affair finally coming to an end, and really no shortage of big plays for us to examine, partner, on offense or on defense for this team. They were so well-rounded in this one.
They certainly were, and how about the day those defenders had, though? How many takeaways did they have? I quit counting after a while. They were clearly the better team, and their defensive effort, it led the way.
So for Chicago, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they'll get a few days to savor this one before they take on the New England Patriots.
Meanwhile, for Washington,
it's loss number 3 for them on the year. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers.
It's that hate, boy. Yeah, my day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no hiding. It's the whole team. Share with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we